Hey guys, it's Alex. Welcome back to Collection Neo and StatueForum, and yes, I'm back for another review for you guys. And I don't know if you can tell, but this is Ryu from Street Fighter. Kind of an unknown character. This is Ryu from Street Fighter by Pop Culture Shock. This is part of their Ultra line. I want to tell you guys, as soon as I saw this piece, I fell in love. They kind of revealed this. I think this was after Jerry had left PCS, and I don't know if this was sculpted while he was there, or he art directed it, or anything, whatever. But this is when I saw this, I thought, yeah, the new PCS are going to be okay. So if you don't know, PCS are actually owned by a different couple of guys now called Mark and Ant, who seem to be honest, very nice people, and they're doing a very fucking good job. And this is, you know, just testament to, you know, the quality they're putting out there. It's so good, guys. Spoiler on this review, I love this piece. I absolutely adore it. I think after this was shown, Prime 1 showed theirs off and everyone went gaga over their Prime 1 Ryu. Personally, I've said it before on Street Fighter reviews, some companies just get it wrong. There's too much detail, there's too much, they just stray away from what the game looks like. This, to me, it's not a Street Fighter 2 Ryu by any means. It's definitely a Street Fighter 5 Ryu. But I think it's a great looking Ryu. Ryu doesn't change much, does he? So this guy is limited to, because we're still getting our lovely certificates, so he is limited to 150, and this is number 52. I think it's 52, it could be J2, I don't know, but it looks like 52. 150, so 150 for the regular guys, and they also did the battle costume version, which is top off beard, which I've got to say I'm pretty tempted by, but I don't double up on statues. I wanted a classic Ryu, so that's what I went for. And they of course did an evil Ryu with the purple fireball, the dark Hado, instead of the Metsu Hadoken. Well, it's just a normal Hadoken, isn't it, really? But you know what I'm saying if you're into Street Fighter. Should we just get into this? Should we start at the bottom? First off, guys, this is a $550 piece, no exclusive. Like I say, they just did two other versions. I picked this up in the UK for £550. I was alright with that. I would have liked to go for less, but $550. Shipping on this guy on Sideshow to the UK was around $180 plus taxes on top. I was probably looking at 650, 700 quid, probably maybe more, depending on how taxes go, because taxes have really gone down the shitter. There's no 5% anymore, guys. You will be paying your 20%. And this is brand new in the box in the UK. It was a guy I bought off a few times on eBay, and he got it to me like 2 days after New Year. No, before New Year, sorry. You know, I bought it on the Friday after Christmas. No, Friday was Christmas. Maybe I bought it on a Boxing Day and it came like 3 days later. Really, really good. Like I say, brand new and not one issue. I mean, you can tell just by looking at the aura of the Hadoken and the swirls and stuff. It's a pretty complicated piece, but it's not really. I think basically, if you break it down, you've got the base as one solid piece. You've got Ryu, who is one solid piece pretty much. His bandana and his belt are two other pieces. And then there's three pieces that make up the Hadoken. That's it. It's a lot. There's no switch out head, no switch out hands, no whatever, you know. This is, you know, they've got this design so right, in my opinion, they didn't need to fuck around. Now, you could argue, well, Ryu should have more of a menacing face or an open mouth, but he's charging the Hadoken, for one, so he'll be calm. Two, Ryu is strongest when he's calm. That's what Metsu is all about. I'm probably getting all this wrong. But, you know, the stern face, I just think it shows confidence and all that sort of stuff. But we'll get into the face. We're going to start where we always start, guys, which is at the base. So if you've watched any of my other Ultra statue reviews, did I say this is part of the Ultra line? Of course it's part of the Ultra line. Look at it. This is part of the Ultra line. If you looked at any of the reviews, all the Ultra line statues have got a cylindrical base. So Bison, Kan, Jory, Kami, Zangief, Vega. Is that everyone? I think so. Dalsim, Ibuki. I do want to pick up more of these. And Ken's arguably the worst base. It's supposed to have been based on, it's just rubbish. But this one is just, this is the concept perfected in my opinion. Not only does this thing look like wood, it's not wood, it's polystone, obviously it's all sculpt, but it's just, the paint on it is fantastic. And it looks like wood grain. It really does. Now I have got a bit of scuffing here, guys, and I've got a bit of scuffing on the other side. I'm not too bothered about that. Look, I've got a bit there, look. That doesn't bother me. It's at the back. I've got a bit here as well, actually. I don't mind that. It kind of looks like scuffed in wood. I'm not bothered. You know me. That most people would send that back. Nah, it's a statue. It's going to have imperfections. I'll live with it. No, they don't bother me. For starters, I'm displaying them like that. So this one here, you'll never see. This is him on an angle, by the way, and then the other two are at the back, so they really don't bother me whatsoever, and it kind of adds to that wood effect. It looks like wood's been scratched rather than paint, so I'm okay with that. But the wood effect is just so nice. It's so well done. Obviously it must just be some sort of paint technique, but it's really well done. Then we've got all these symbols here, which I'm guessing are from the pagoda style houses on Ryu's stage. His original Street Fighter 2 stage, although I think that comes back. Is it something Castle? Hagani Castle, is it? I can't remember. It's been a while since I played Street Fighter 5. And even longer since I played Street Fighter 2. And it's not in Third Strike, because Third Strike's the only Street Fighter normal people play. But yeah, just a great looking base. And as you can see, we've got all the energy just like swirling around it. As we move up, you'll see the top of the temple, the pagoda, and then we've got bits of broken wood and all that sort of stuff, more of the symbols. But yeah, the base is just everything that the Ultraline's about, and yeah, 10 out of 10 for that bit. Let's move up. So this is basically where Ryu's standing now. So we've got these planks of wood, we've got more of the clear resin in the middle, we've got Ryu's ginormous foot, because that's the style and it should be giant, and then we've got the top of the pagoda, which is okay. It's probably, it looks tiled. I think a bit of weathering would have been nice on it, but I'm guessing they were going for more of a cleaner look. It does pretty much look like the Proto guys, so you can't complain in those regards. These wood pieces look fine. Maybe a bit more of something on there. I mean, how good the wood grain looks on here. This looks just, a bit like I've painted it. No, it doesn't look that bad, Christ. I retract that statement completely. No, the wood looks fine. It looks good. It's a good 7 out of 10, where I'd like it to be an 8 or a 9 out of 10. But you're not really looking at that as the overall picture. I think they've made the base kind of a bit mute in places, so more attention's on Ryu, and he grabs all the attention, so it's fine. As you can see, we've got more of the energy effects, the swirls moving round the backside of the pagoda, and we're back to Ryu's giant foot again. Let's go round again. Like I say, very, very clean paints. That's why I don't mind. Like, there definitely could be more detail added to those planks of wood, but do we need them? It's a very clean look. It's a very simple, Street Fighter look that I like. So yeah, it's very clean. Clean's good, guys. Clean's really good. Let's move up a bit. And here he is, the main man himself, Ryu. Now we will get a bit close on the face, guys, but let's just have a slow swirl around so you can see all that Hado energy. So the energy effects connect to a couple of places. There's a huge magnet down here where this one connects that goes round to another piece that connects at the front, and then the Hadoken actually just sits there, and then this piece actually connects into his leg. And then this energy effect just rests on that hand. It's kind of like so the actual Hadoken is actually floating, it's not connected anywhere apart from this piece on the leg. As you can just make out the peg there, which is, very invisible to the eye otherwise. It's so well done. And the whole flow of the statue is just brilliant. Like, there's a real genuine flow to it. You know, when you can say, oh, you know, you see movement in the statue, you genuinely see movement in this, in my opinion. You know, you've got the usual texturing on the suit, not too much. Now, I've said this in other videos as well about anime statues where they're just doing like this huge dimpling textures on everything, and it just looks awful. You know, 1/4 scale, and especially when they do it on 1/6, what's going on? That's nuts. But in 1/4, you know, a bit of it's fine, but some people just go nuts with the textures. And when it comes to anime and, you know, computer, you know, non-realistic computer graphics, you don't need all those textures. You need a bit, which this has got, and it's well, you know, these Ryu's gi is well weathered, and you know, looks good. But it's just the whole flow of it, and of course, skin texture and musculature always looks good on the PCS stuff, and it's no exception here. Shall we go a little closer on that face? Let's do that. We're in there now. Paint on the face are great. Hair picked out perfectly. I think the best thing that they ever did with Street Fighter and this Ultra line is to go non-mixed media. Mixed media looks good in most cases, but I think we're at the point now, I think we've been at the point for a while where sculpt can look as good, if not better. But hats off to Pop Culture Shock, man. They're just doing a great job on this. Let's come down a little bit while we're close up. And we'll just go round again, guys. Well, you can see the belt's got all the kanji on it. There's the head oak, and you can now see the peg just in here on the leg where it pegs in, but it's so minimal. And then you can see the Hadoken doesn't connect anywhere, it's just floating. Yeah, I'm just so happy with it, guys. Honestly, for me, best Ryu. It's definitely the Ryu that represents how I want Ryu to look the most, and it's such a good pose, and you know, I wouldn't really change anything. Bit better paint on those planks of wood, but that's fine. Yeah, it's a knockout in my opinion. If you saw my collection video, you can see with the other statues, got a good take on his size. He's about 26 inches to the top of that bandana. So he's a good size. I expected him to be a bit smaller, but the base is so huge. You know, the base is probably over half the statue easily, but it certainly doesn't detract from Ryu at all. I'm just wondering, how did I get those givers in shot? Because that feels like so far back for such a small statue. You know, 26 inches isn't big when you're doing Gurren Lagann at 46. But there you go, guys, he's all there. Like I say, if you go onto the collection video that I posted, you'll be able to see more of him. But well done to Pop Culture Shock for putting out a great piece, and in my opinion, the best Ryu. Definitely the best 1/4 Ryu out there. May the Ultra line continue to reign. I can't wait for them to show Blanca. I really hope they do more. There's so many characters I think they could do such dynamic poses, and now they've done this with the clear resin, I'd love to see them do more with it. It was the best part about Bison, the clear resin on the hands, the clear resin on the base. You know, people have been crying out for an Ultra Sagat. I'd love to see Alex. Oro's a bit of a long shot, isn't it? You know, or Fei Long doing his fire kick with the flames, you know, so he's hovering and the flames attached to the base on like a Chinese dragon base. Oh, come on PCS, I'll give you all the money. But there you go, guys. Yes, I'm quite happy with this statue, can you tell? But that is the Pop Culture Shock, well, premium collectible statues. No? Pop Culture, yeah. Premium collectible statues, or PCS. Ryu from the Ultra line. He's still in stock on Sideshow, guys, if you want him. And the other two are as well, if you fancy something a little different. Or you've already got a Ryu, you want an Ultra Ryu, an Evil Ryu, or a Battle Ryu. I don't think there's any other Battle Ryus apart from the 1-3. I can definitely recommend this guy for you. So there we go, guys. Another review down and done, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye.